Hello, this is Gordon Phillips with the Institute of Higher Earning. Thanks for stopping by. If you're a Forex currency trader and you're not doing as well as you'd like to do, or if you're someone who's considering getting into Forex currency trading, you maybe don't know much about it, but you're looking for a way to make a living from home to survive this economy we're all going through, as an alternative to multi-level marketing or telecommuting or an affiliate program, all of which are fine. But if you're looking for a great way to make some money from home and you don't want to do it the way most Forex traders do it, which is to lose most of their trades, then we have a system, technique that I think you might be very interested in. It's unique in so many different ways that I can't get it all into a 10-minute video here at YouTube. So let me begin by saying, if you'll bookmark, make note of this URL, IOHE, that's the Institute of Higher Earning, that's our company, IOHE.org/FX intro. Just jot that down, stop by the page. On that page you'll see a picture of me. Right under it there's a link to email me. Also at the top right of that page you'll see a couple of links to two presentation videos. One's about 23 minutes long, something like that. The other one's a little over an hour long. They'll open in Windows Media Player file format, and I go into a lot of detail, especially on the longer video, about what this technique really involves. So let me just cover some of the highlights right here. First of all, I used to trade the way most Forex traders trade, which is to lose most of their trades and yet still be able to make a profit, because you take a lot of small trades, a lot of small losses, and you make up for it with a few big runs a day or week or month, and those buy off the losses and leave you with enough pips left on the table that you've got a profit and you can move forward. The problem is most of us got into Forex to get away from the career or job that we didn't want to do anymore, and then we end up exchanging an old boss for a new one. The new one boss is called a Forex. So the kind of the stereotypical, day trader, the way the public sees it, and it really is true. And the old joke is they call it day trading because you can spend all day sitting there trading. The average trader is sitting there like flying a fighter jet with their hair on fire at Mach 2, clutching the mouse, perspiration on their forehead, and pouncing on the pip for dear life, and getting in and out of trades, and getting anxious and letting all of the emotions get in the way. And the psychology of trading is a big issue for many traders. And I used to do that. I got good at it, and I got tired of it, and I found a much, much better way. The technique that we use is so different that it really bears some explanation, which is why I encourage you to go watch those videos. But just to summarize some of the highlights, number one, the setup that I teach is all over the charts. You can find it on the 1-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 4-hour chart. You can try to find it on any currency pair, the majors or all the crosses, at any time of the day or night. You don't have to specifically get up in the middle of the night and trade the London Open, the Euro Open. You don't have to try to trade the news announcements. This setup is either there or it's not. So for me, my day consists of typically a little over an hour total out of an entire day spent trading in front of my screens in any way, shape, or form in the currency market. And 90% of that time involves just sitting looking for these setups. It's a very high probability pattern, excuse me, and it wins over 80% of the time. Most people don't believe that until they follow along with us and they see that is actually true. And once I put a trade on, once I spot a trade, it's a quick back-of-the-envelope calculation to know what my lot size, the position size should be. I put on a stop and a limit on every single trade, so our risk is always controlled. And then there's an extra trade that gets put on as a pending order, either an entry stop or an entry buy stop or an entry sell stop. It has its own stop and limit, so the total amount of time to put these trades and get the whole thing set up is maybe 3 minutes at the most, and then I can walk away. I do not have to come back and monitor my positions while they're open. If I want to, I teach you how to do that in the course, trailing stops and trailing your stop out or legging out. But this entire system is based on the idea that if you want to, you can put your trade on and walk away. It's like an investment style of trading. And because we win over 80% of our trades, we don't need to fuss and bother and worry and fidget and adjust and go through all of the head games that traders go through when they're monitoring open positions. The next point I wanted to make was to try to put all of the different ways of trading on the same playing field, so we can apply one benchmark to all the numerous ways there are to trade. And many of them, if it makes you money, That's great with me, but not if it takes sitting there 4 or 5 hours every morning and end up walking away with 20, 30, 40 pips and getting, 5, 6, 7 pips an hour, which is what most traders do. Now, I'm right now averaging 42 pips per hour. So I've kind of jokingly come up with this new metric I call the pipometer or pipometer, whatever. It's the Forex speedometer, and my new slogan is, how fast is your Forex? I'm averaging about 42 pips per hour. Now, if it were half that, I'd be perfectly happy. If it bumps up to 50, that'll be great. But the bottom line is that I can be right over 80% of the time, spend a minimal amount of time trading, and the beauty of this system is that you can integrate this style of trading with almost any other activity that gets you relatively near a computer. You can be a stay-at-home mom, you can be homeschooling your kids like we do here at the Phillips family. You can be running a small business. You can be working for a boss who will let you just check out the charts, even on your breaks, on your lunch break or your morning break. You get enough time to go in and quickly scan the pairs. And once the trade is spotted and you put it on, again, you don't have to monitor. You can turn your monitor off. Come back later and see what happened. This spreadsheet you're looking at here is printed to Adobe, so it's a PDF Adobe file, and it is uploaded at this URL every few days. I go put a fresh copy up so you can see how we're doing, and it maintains these trades that I've been putting on publicly so that people can follow along with our progress. I started on February 2nd, and as I speak, it is March 30th, and we're 1,701. Is that right? 1,701 pips, something like that, in a total of 34 trading days. So I'm averaging about 50 pips a day. Since it takes me a little more than an hour a day, I'm actually doing about, as I say, about 42 pips an hour. And we're winning 85% of our trades currently. That's a little high. Anything over 80, and I'm perfectly happy with it. So this is a very different way of trading. I think you'll find it very refreshingly enjoyable and productive and profitable. And I want to close by saying our course is 100% downloadable in a series of video modules. You can download it, start studying at your leisure right away. Once you've reviewed the course, I personally show up 50 weeks a year, 2 nights a week for an hour at a time. It's 100 hours a year, which we do not charge for, live on an interactive telewebinar using one of those webinar whiteboard type environments where you can hear me talking like you can right now. You can talk to me, and you can see my desktop and my charts appear on your desktop. So it's an interactive environment, and it's an ongoing course. It's the course that never ends, because every week we add another 2 hours of trade analysis. You can bring your trades to class, and I analyze them, and we look at all kinds of examples of the setups that we teach. So you get tremendous amount of ongoing reinforcement. This is not a buy the course and hope you can chat with a sales representative. This is a very apprentice-oriented mentorship coaching type of approach to trading. I think you'll really like it. If you have any questions, you can contact me via the contact link at the website. And that's about all I have to say right now. Thanks very much for listening.